Good morning. It's November 11th, Remembrance Day, and it's the coldest day yet, morning yet, minus 19, with a minus 28 wind chill. So I am all bundled up, but I'm heading around the lake. If I sound a little muffled, it's because I have a scarf over my face. We had some frost last night too, so we're going to get some nice hoarfrost this morning. I'm a little later than some mornings, so the sun is already up, I think, but I'm quite walking in the dark. We'll see how many people I encounter. There you can see the hoarfrost on the trees and the sun starting to light it up there. It'll warm up quite a bit later, but I wanted to go ahead and get out and get this over with. I got work to do, of course. Yes, it's a nice hoarfrost. Not as big as some hoarfrosts, but very pretty. We should get some pretty views going around the lake here. And I won't freeze. As I keep saying, last year it's minus 19 this morning, which is minus, what, about minus 2 Fahrenheit. And last year I did one walk at minus 34 Celsius, another 15 degrees below this, Celsius degrees, the big ones. So, oh, but it is pretty, so I'm glad I came out when I did. It's going to warm up later. It'll probably melt off, but we will lose the hoarfrost if we get a bit more warm. Sun's just up. And I got editing to do. There's this freelance editing job that's kind of due, so I need to finish it. Next week I'll have other things, other stuff. I'm going to this little anime convention in Saskatchewan next week to sell books, so that'll probably kill a couple of days of walking. Just heads up for that. Should get a new wireless mic this weekend. Hopefully it works well despite the cold. Also, hopefully the battery lasts. Batteries go down quickly in the cold. This temperature it's okay, but at those really cold temperatures, sometimes the battery dies pretty quick. And I don't make it all the way around the lake. In fact, I remember that happened one cold day last year. One reason I've covered my face is because I know there'll be wind once I get to the lake. Right here, it'd be pleasant enough without. Pretty, isn't it? I'll walk around towards the legislative building this morning because there might be some nice hoarfrost effects over there framing the legislature. And keep an eye on my footing. I don't want to fall. There's lots of ice around. Probably have to switch my hands a few times because I'm wearing my warmest gloves. Last year I think maybe I had more gloves over gloves. That's what I should be doing. These are quite big, and I think another layer on my fingers would make all the difference. But I'm stuck with it now for this morning. So go by Harrington News, where Only Night lives, in my Sharjah Scholar books, fantasy series, which you should totally read, totally. There's the sun. I'll be quite blind walking into that in a minute. These steps are never cleared, so or not very much anyway, so they can be a bit iffy. You can see with all the wind we had with this snow, it even blew in under here. So even in here there's ice. Sun through the Hoarfrost. People running with their dog, despite the cold. There's the wind. This is where I'll be glad that I covered my face. Walking in this direction, it feels like. It's not much wind, but it doesn't take much. And the lake is frozen. Look at that. 1 week ago it hadn't frozen. Now it's frozen. I wouldn't walk on it, but it's frozen. Some birds over there. There might still be a patch of open water they're congregating in. Yeah, just compare this to last week or 2 weeks ago and you'll see how quickly things have changed. Because the snow came in after my walk last week. This is my first walk around in proper snow cover too, so there you go. Still water running over here. Going down the spillway there. The thing is, even though I'm chilly, by the time I've walked another 20 minutes, I'll probably be sweating in here. Just framing it artistically there you see with the sun balancing the dome of the legislature. See more of the hoarfrost actually lights up more on the other side because of where the sun is. And the geese out there wondering why they haven't flown south already. This is a very cold Remembrance Day. Good morning, Kirk in Vancouver. This is unusual for this early in November. Not unheard of by any means, but not your ordinary Remembrance Day weather. This feels like it should be December 10th or December 11th, November 11th. It does warm up a bit. It doesn't go above freezing in the long range forecast, so the snow's not going anywhere. As we get a big thaw in December, which is not unheard of, but we'll see. Those geese out there. There's no open water. It's completely frozen over. They're just sitting on the ice. Poor things. Okay, go up this way. Piled a lot of cleared snow right in front of the opening. The gardens there. There's a way through here? Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, that's pretty in its own icy sort of way. I haven't cleared the paths in the middle part of the garden, so let's stick over here. thing without my external mic. I hear lots of crunching footsteps today. Queen. Getting chilly this morning. Steps there. He's got their stereo going very loud in their car. They're playing music, sounds like they're listening to the news. Must be right there. Sidewalk over here. Maybe I'll just walk along it today. I don't know if it's cleared around the fountain, it probably isn't. So I'll just stick to the sidewalk here. I don't know why anybody would come this way. Just drive through the park, I guess. Certainly doesn't save you any time this way, I don't think. Well, the sidewalk ends. Oh, maybe we'll go around this way. Maybe it is cleared down by the fountain. Anyway, you get a nice look from here. I don't know very often right here. So good look at the ledge. As we call it. What does this look like? No, they haven't cleared it, but maybe it's been walked on enough. I can still go that way. There's a bit of a path. We'll risk it. Trafalgar Fountain. Obviously not fountaining. Oof. Not much of a path. Walk subject to icing. Don't say. I think we're going to run into somebody that's walking here. This has been cleared. She's going to leave me behind. I catch because of my long legs, but I'm not walking as fast as I could. And he's walking very fast indeed. And I am starting to sweat. I knew I would. Well, it's two coming the other way. Not cold enough to stop everybody yet. And yet another one coming the other way. Well, it'll be a lot colder than this before we're done, so. Which is sometime around April before we're done winter. Lots of walkers. Morning. Morning. On the ice here. Let's stop on the Spruce Island. Look out here, take a look around. Let's have the wind behind me. I may let my pull my scarf down, cool off my face, which gets very damp because of the breathing out. And there's ice on the scarf now, of course. And on my eyebrows, I'm sure. I go by, but I don't think so. There's Spruce Island. This is it, I think. Yeah. We'll go take a look out here. So, there's downtown. And then Spruce Island with the Hoarfrost on it. That one's undeveloped, basically just a wildlife. There is a landing over there, but there's no picnic tables or anything. There you go. And the lake seems to be frozen completely. There's a little patch, I think, of open water way over there, that kind of dark streak. I don't know if you can see it. That's the only, there might be more over there. There sometimes is. Let's see when we get there. All right, well, Miss Brisk Walker there has left me far behind now. It's kind of moving at her pace when I walked at my kind of normal, unimpeded pavement pace. But she is clearly focused on being a fast walker, whereas I'm more focused on talking, which does slow you down. Walking fast enough to pick up the breathing a little bit, though. Which, of course, the talking now influences as well. At least I'm not going which I would be if I were jogging. Wouldn't be talking if I were jogging, but then I wouldn't be jogging. So, as I've said before, 2 years ago, yes, I was jogging, and my knees wouldn't take it, and I didn't really enjoy it. I was impressed I could do it. I could jog 5K or whatever, but my knees didn't like it. So I switched to walking, and then a year and a half ago I started doing these walks in Regina, live streaming. The jogger. So I don't know how many I've done now. It was every day for 180 days, I think, before I missed a day. And now it's more like 5 times a week, sometimes only 4. So the pace of recording has fallen off. I don't think the pace of my walking has fallen off. There's the Wascana Rehab Center over there. I feel like I breathe heavier when I'm wearing a scarf over my face too. It's probably the carbon dioxide. So I'm more concentrated. Or maybe I just hear it more because I can hear it more because of the scarf. So more frost along here. Given the silly times we live in, I'm surprised somebody hasn't called for changing Hoarfrost to sex worker frost. Something like that. It's not spelled the same, I know. Also, talk about your white privilege. Everything is white. Oh, that's just... I thought there might be open water there, but it's just ducks and geese wishing there was open water there. I bet you it was open It was open yesterday and it froze overnight. Last year, there was always open water way out in the middle, but I don't see any sign of that today. Even when it was really cold, there was still a patch, like there was some sort of outflow. I certainly don't see any sign of that right now. The lake is already completely frozen over. Which happened between last Friday and this Friday. This last Friday, there was a little bit of ice around the edges, very thin. And now, it's not only white, it's snowed over. Not only frozen, I mean, it's snowed over. That's Pine Island, I won't go over there today. I think you'd break through that ice if you tried to walk on it, but it's there. They leave the thin ice signs up year round, so can't read too much into them, but at least it makes sense this time of year. There's a cold pigeon. Very cold, not even moving. I'm plenty warm now though. I should drive my breathing up. Walking faster than I was. Is that my fast walker ahead of me? I think it is. Ooh, it's blowing frost in my face. Trees here. Heading over there to Cross Street Bridge, or Wascana Drive Bridge, whatever they actually call it. Wascana Parkway Bridge. I don't know. Wascana Parkway and Broad Street connect. I don't know where they changed the name. I think it's actually clear down to College Avenue, which would make that Wascana Parkway Bridge. Okay, we'll turn the corner. I should put the wind behind me for the rest of the walk. So I might be able to take my scarf down a bit at some point.
$4.99. Morning. The other.
We head to the marina is the next landmark. Well, once we get over the bridge. Across there. Oh, let's take a look this way. That's Pine Island over there. If you can see it, but the moon is up there. There it is. Sort of up, straight up from the legislative building and a little to the left. 3/4 moon. There's the bridge. let my face breathe a little bit more now with the wind behind me. I'll just pull it back up again if I need to. So it's the little beach where some people launch canoes and things, but today here, nice, going downhill a little. All right, over towards the marina here now. There's the marina. Not a lot of boat launching going on there either, and the dragon boats have finally come in. There's a canoe that was sitting at the far end. Dragon boats are part of the time. There's a bar willow up here. Still have outdoor dining on deck, but it's much smaller than it was in the summer. I don't know if there's a temperature below which they will not try to use that tin. No matter how much it's heated, it's not insulated by any means. So. Playground. Cleared here, but there's a beaten down path. There's my shadow, low shadow. Yeah, this is slippery. Better off in the snow. I'll stick to the road. It may be they have not cleared the path any further, which means I probably don't want to go that way. Doesn't look cleared. Beaten down, but not cleared. I'll risk it. Okay. If people have beaten it down, that it's almost like it's been cleared. One cup of coffee before I came out, so I'm looking forward to getting back and having more coffee and something to eat. I didn't eat anything either. I'm noticing that now, halfway around. Oh, hello, somebody new from Chile, Jose. Well, welcome to our coldest morning so far, but not our coldest morning to come. It was foggy last night. My daughter was out, reported when she got back. That's why we got Hoarfrost today. Okay, another bridge we can stop and take a look from. Oh. So there's Spruce Island that I looked at a few minutes ago. We're looking at the east end of the Saskatchewan Legislative Building. Our house is right over there. And then downtown. And all those birds, there might be a small patch of open water there, that little dark strip. Last year, there was a big open patch right here all winter, almost, and yet it's already frozen over, so don't know what's different. Is this the old guys? Oh. Hello. Rudy, is it? Yes, Rudy. It is beautiful. It is cold. Not as cold as it will be. Pretty cool. Morning.
I think the tickets are $30.
Wasn't sure I'd see any of that group of walkers today. They meet, well, I don't know if it's every day or just every Friday. I see them on Fridays because that's the walk around the lake. And they walk around the lake. Usually, but not always, we're in the opposite direction. Don't think I'll encounter them again before I'm finished with the other side of the lake. Here we are back on a cleared sidewalk. That's better. Okay. HMCS Queen over there, landlocked ship. Naval cadets hang out. It's also a frozen in ship right now. There's Willow Island. Again, looking toward our house in that direction. See, there's ice on the edge of my parka from my breathing. I'm sure the scarf has it too. I did pull it down though because without the wind right in my face, I feel comfortable enough without covering my face. I also feel ice in my eyelashes. They stick when I close them a little bit. A little resistance to overcome when you open them sometimes. Same walkers, we start going the other way, I think. Far side. Cyclist, that's really cold because you build up the wind chill so much more. That's true on the other side of the lake too. Recognize the scarf. One day when it's really cold, I'll do a walk without talking. You just hear the crunch. And the breathing. Here's where Shards of Excalibur begins, when the Lady of the Lake shows up in that patch of water, which is actually in November. A little later than this, but it's not frozen in the story because that's more typical. As I said, this is a very early winter onset of this magnitude, anyway. I mean, early snows, yeah, but to come in and immediately plunge below freezing and look like it's just going to stay there. Bit unusual. Certainly not unheard of. There's a good look at some Hoarfrost. Jogger. I might even take down my hood. Maybe not. I usually regret that. I feel really warm. Oh, here comes a whole pack of joggers. That's the collective now. A jiggle of joggers.
Morning.
Morning.
Hello.
I like that, a jiggle of joggers. I guess that depends on how fit they are. So maybe not. Pack comes to mind because they're like a wolf pack, but not so much running down deer in the forest. A coronary of joggers. A VO2 max of joggers. In honor of my daughter, the kinesiology student. Here's the college building over there. The original University of Regina building. Regina College, it was originally called. Not too much further now. Farther. Further for metaphorical use, farther for physical distance, in case you're wondering. It's a very fine distinction that's mostly lost, but it's the one I adhere to when I'm editing or writing. Try to, anyway. Only because I finally looked it up only a few years ago. After just kind of not worrying about it. Once I knew it, it became a bugaboo of mine. The lake, back to the poor frozen geese, sun on the Hoarfrost, sun on the legislative building over there. Sun's up quite a bit higher than when I started. Funny how that works. Definitely thin ice though. Have a seat if you want. Admire the view. You might want to clear the snow first. Oh. Ooh, look at that in the sun. exactly right. Yeah. Pretty over here with the sun shining directly on it all. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need my scarf anymore. I think probably once I get off the lakeside itself, away from the wind completely, I'll bring down my hood. Cool off a bit before I get home. Or I will then sit and sweat for a little bit. It's like an enchanted forest. All it needs, well, there is a lamppost. All it needs is a fawn, a red scarf, Lucy coming out of a wardrobe. You could take the picture right there, and it would work for an illustrated Narnia book, even though it's not really in the forest at all. Lucy would have been very disappointed had she gone through the wardrobe and ended up at Wascana Lake. She would have been so disappointed. There's the gimbal gazebo. It had to have been the dog, the jogger, in the wardrobe. Lucy finds herself in the magical realm of Regina. Only everybody pronounces it Regina. Why? Why? Especially those kids all knew Latin, so. Good choice keeping my hood up because the wind is still blowing across the lake here and I can feel it on that side very much. Almost back to the bridge, and it's 5 minutes home from there. Morning. One of the prettier walks, actually, because of the hoarfrost. A bit of snow in the frozen lake. The snow's not very deep. We haven't had that much of it, but it'll just pile on top of itself now, likely. There's more coming, I think, huge amounts, but it is in the forecast. You can see the mesh around the tree there. Maybe I won't go under the bridge. Maybe I'll stay up here just to be different. Take the crosswalk. Nah, I'll go home and enjoy. I got coffee waiting for me. So this is where we will leave the enchanted forest. There's a good view of the bridge, the hoarfrost, and flags flying bravely in the breeze. Shows you how much wind there is and why the wind chill was actually fairly high. Up there. Careful on the steps again. They are not cleared, so they kind of slope downward. park. And on we go. Homeward bound. I think I will take my hood down now to start cooling off. Oh, that's refreshing. I've got a toque on underneath as well. So slow down my walk too, so I cool off a little bit more. So these sidewalks are quite slippery. Don't feel like ducking. I'll at least go over to the other side of the boulevard here to vary things a little. Angus Boulevard, which connects to Angus Crescent. There's also an Angus Street. I don't know who Angus was, but he got his name on a lot of things. Some city councillor or maybe more than one Angus, I suppose. Not exactly an uncommon name. Could have been a real estate developer. That's the other way that some of these things got named. There is actually a street named after my wife's grandfather, Sam Goodfellow, in whose house we live here on Angus Crescent. So he had an honorary doctorate from the University of Regina and was noted as an inventor and philanthropist. And in fact, good time to mention this because it is Remembrance Day. If you've watched to this point, I should have mentioned it off the top that Chautauqua Press, my publishing company, one of the first things I published was his First World War memoirs called One Lucky Devil, which is available everywhere. Lots of photographs. It's not a very thick book, but it's a good book. His first-hand account of, well, growing up in Edinburgh, or outside Edinburgh, Toronto and Regina, mostly in Toronto, and then he worked here before going back to Toronto to study engineering, and it was there that he was joined the expeditionary force in the First World War. As a truck driver, did ammunition, stuff like that. Certainly came under a lot of fire, and then joined the Air Force. Wanted to be a pilot, but wouldn't let him do that, so became a navigator and a Handley Page bomber. Shot down on his 8th mission or thereabouts, and finished in a prisoner of war camp. So that's why it's called One Lucky Devil, because he made it through. Married, came back to Regina right after the war. They got here. They didn't live down here to begin with. They lived further north. And then bought this house that we're in 1939. It was built in 26, so it's coming up on 100 years old. Anyway, it's called One Lucky Devil, the First World War memoirs of Sampson J. Goodfellow. Available everywhere. Look it up. Or use books to read, numeral 2, to read.com/onluckydevil, or go to chautauquapress.com. And I really should put in titles on cards on these things to point that up every time. I keep thinking of it, but I never do it. Ow. Morning. And we will stop here where there's a gap. So that's that. Thanks for walking with me. Don't know what my weekend looks like, but I'll be back sometime. Bye for now.